What's a turkey's favorite dessert? Peach gobbler.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome back to Brothers Know Best. This is our Thanksgiving episode, and I have never been more excited to talk about Thanksgiving than any time in my life than I am right now. How are y'all doing?
We talked about Thanksgiving food for like a solid 40 minutes on the last episode, but this is our Thanksgiving episode.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely, yeah. If you missed last week's episode, we actually spent about 40 minutes drafting our best Thanksgiving plates. We went through all of the meats, the sides, the desserts, the breads. So go listen to that episode if you like Thanksgiving food. And if you don't like Thanksgiving food, why are you listening to this show? Just stop right now. We're not your people if you don't like Thanksgiving food.
It's fair. A shocking amount of people, by the way, chose John's plate with with ham and dressing, which I got to be honest, unless you're putting that ham on a biscuit, I'm out.
You know why? You know why? Because people know that turkey, just leave the turkey. Leave the turkey. You don't have to have turkey. There are no rules. There are no laws. There are unwritten rules of Thanksgiving. I don't know the rules of Thanksgiving. Somebody find out the rules of Thanksgiving and get back to me.
I'm more disappointed.
Why are you disappointed?
I'm more disappointed in folks that don't like sweet potato casserole.
There you go. There you go.
That's what bothers me.
Yeah.
That's really what bothers me.
That's true.
If you're a ham person, fine. If you're a turkey person, fine. Sweet potato casserole goes on every single plate. Every plate. Sweet potato casserole. And for the record, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. We're not talking about sweet potato souffle with big piles of marshmallows on it. No.
We're talking about yummy mashed sweet potatoes with a thick pecan and brown sugar kind of topping. No marshmallows in this sweet potato casserole. That's what we're talking about.
Stay connected to the socials. I'll be posting some pictures of the appropriate sweet potato casserole in a couple of days.
Boom.
Because I'm making it, baby. I'm making it.
Love it. All right. Well, for our Thanksgiving episode, we're going to do a Thanksgiving Would You Rather. We're going to talk a little bit about our best ways to spend free time this week. For those of you who have free time, our best Thanksgiving memory, a few things we're grateful for. It's going to be good. So before we get into that, if you're new to the show, subscribe to the show. If you're watching this on YouTube, click that subscribe button, click that like button. If you're listening to this on podcast, just click the follow, subscribe, whatever you need to do, wherever you're listening to it. We really appreciate it. And thanks for listening. All right. We're going to start right out of the gate. We're going to do a Thanksgiving Would You Rather. This is going to be a little bit of a rapid fire. I have prepared 10 Would You Rather scenarios for Thanksgiving. And I'm going to fire them away at you guys, and we can talk about them. We can not, whatever you want to do. Rapid fire. Here we go. You ready?
I'm sweating here. I have no idea what's coming.
All right. Would you rather never eat dressing again or never eat mashed potatoes again? You got to pick one.
Easy. Dressing. See ya.
Daniel?
I'm different. Mashed potatoes. I can live without mashed potatoes. I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry. Yeah. Sweet potatoes. If you said sweet potatoes, it's different.
I don't know. What I've heard this week is most of the world is on your side, and I can't for the life of me understand that. But
I am also going to give the second vote for never having to eat mashed potatoes again, because there are a number of ways you can eat potatoes. A number of ways. There is only one dressing. It's my mom's dressing. There's only one way that you can eat dressing. And so
everybody knows the best way to eat potatoes anyway is at your local Waffle House, scattered, covered, and smothered.
That is a fair point. Why even consider mashed potatoes when you have Waffle House hash browns? But you know who doesn't have Waffle House? One of us doesn't have Waffle House. The Oregonian. Yeah. So I understand why he would keep mashed potatoes. If you don't have Waffle House, I get it. All right. Would you rather have your Thanksgiving meal with no gravy or no cranberry sauce?
No gravy.
No cranberry sauce. Who is this guy?
Keep the gravy. Give me the cranberry sauce. Give me the cranberry sauce. Cranberry sauce dressing. Keep your gravy. We're good. If you prepare the food correctly, you don't need all that gravy anyway.
And exactly. Also, gravy gravy is so good, but gravy, I feel like people make gravy to maybe hide their completely overcooked dressing. That's what I feel like.
You were almost there. People make gravy to hide that crappy turkey that you are putting on your plate that you shouldn't be eating anyway. Eat the ham. Make the dressing correctly. You don't have to have the gravy. Give me the cranberries.
Stay tuned on the socials for my spinoff podcast. I'll be launching my own franchise.
All right.
It'll be called Sane Thoughts about Thanksgiving food, and it'll be a year-long weekly episodes. Get ready.
All right. Would you rather have Thanksgiving leftovers for breakfast every day for a month, or never have Thanksgiving leftovers at all?
Every day for a month.
Every day for a month.
Yeah, you can go as long as you want.
Can we just carry those Thanksgiving leftovers into Christmas?
Yeah, if they could last as long, freeze it, whatever. I'd eat Thanksgiving leftovers every day for breakfast.
We didn't even talk on the food episode about half the reason to cook the turkey is for the leftover turkey sandwich the next day.
Not if you're making leftover ham sandwiches. All right. Would you rather wear a turkey costume to Thanksgiving dinner or a pilgrim hat every day for a week?
Who wrote these questions?
Give me the pilgrim hat.
You're gonna wait.
I'll wear the costume.
I'll wear the costume. Before you answer, Daniel, Michael, you're gonna walk around wearing a pilgrim hat for a week?
Listen, one of my favorite pictures. My wife's family does this every other year. They all meet up for Thanksgiving, extended family, and for years they would do some family picture, and somebody would host it, and it would have like a theme. And one of the first pictures I remember of Kelly was her at Thanksgiving dressed as a pilgrim. It was so great. There were turkeys and pilgrims. And so maybe I'm just jealous. Like deep down, I wish I had been there. Wish I had pilgrim.
I had no idea where that was going. And I'm so glad it ended where it did.
Well, I'm sending Michael a pilgrim hat so this man can wear it on the next episode of Brothers Know Best. Daniel, turkey costume to dinner or pilgrim hat every day?
I'll wear that costume. I don't care.
I know you will. Man, I'm gonna wear the pilgrim hat because why not? Why not? Why? I mean,
my man, it's
a good conversation starter. You're walking around, people are like, "What in the world is this dude?" And people. My name is John Smith. People always confuse me with a pilgrim anyway, even though John Smith was not a pilgrim at all. At all. But one thing I get consistently, two things I get consistently with the name John Smith. One, where's Pocahontas? Two, did you come over on the Mayflower? Y'all, John Smith was not a pilgrim. Get your life right. Get your life right.
Thanks, Disney. Shout out Disney.
He was not a pilgrim.
Jeez.
Okay. This one was tough for me, actually. Would you rather host, and you're hosting this, right? So you have all the responsibility of hosting. Would you rather host one big, huge Thanksgiving party dinner or be a guest at 3 separate Thanksgiving dinners?
Oh, jeez.
10 years ago, take me to the 3. 10 years ago, I would have let me bounce around and be social as I can be. Now I'm like, I want to host one, and I want to control the guest list.
I would rather host as well because 3 Thanksgivings, your boy loses a little self-control along the way, and I will be feeling miserable on Black Friday. That'd be a bad day. It'd be a bad weekend. 3 Thanksgivings in one day?
It would be tough. It'd be tough. And I don't guess they have to be in one day. We didn't clarify that. But I would rather host one, and I would want to make it as big as possible with the most diverse group of people and just stand back and just people watch. Just watch the fireworks happen at Thanksgiving, all sides of the family. everything coming together, throw in a few friends in there just for a curveball. So that when the family shows up, they're like, oh, I didn't know we were inviting friends, and then it's like, everything just gets it's perfect. Let's just do that.
Perfect.
It's perfect for me because I just stand in the corner and eat my ham and watch. All right. Who wrote these questions? Okay. Who wrote these questions? Would you rather have to gobble like a turkey every time you laugh or waddle like a turkey every time you walk?
Oh. Michael, I'm going to need you to take a breath.
Would you rather have to gobble like a turkey every time you laugh or waddle like a turkey every time you walk?
Daniel, you answer first.
Go, Daniel.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I'd rather laugh like a turkey. I would.
I don't know turkey.
But to be fair, because I've waddled like a duck, and it's not comfortable.
No.
To clarify, I don't know that gobbling is actually a turkey laughing. Okay, so when you said laugh like a turkey, I don't know how a turkey laughs, but I do think like every time you laughed, hearing a full-on gobble sound come out of that, sign me up, bro. I would love to see that. I would love to see that.
So I second having Daniel gobble when he laughs because I would get a kick out of that. But if it's me, that's going to spiral real fast. Right. So I think I'd rather waddle.
Well, I mean, you kind of waddle anyway. So,
God. Well.
I would rather. I'm sorry.
Once again, my spinoff podcast is going to be same thoughts about Thanksgiving.
I'm sorry.
Words can't hurt me. That's the name of it.
Words can't hurt me. Yeah, I would rather waddle. I feel like I can explain that away. I've got some kind of, and also like I don't know that I'd have to actually walk. Like if I wanted to ride a rascal, you know what I mean? It's like,
it's an old sports injury. I've got an old sports injury that makes me walk.
Could I just not walk? I'll ride around the rascal for the rest of my life. All right. Would you rather fight a horse-sized turkey or 20 duck-sized turkeys?
These are the most ludicrous questions.
These are the important questions that people want to know, Michael. Would you rather fight a horse-sized turkey or 20 duck-sized turkeys?
Personally, I would rather fight 20 duck-sized turkeys, but I would give my life savings to watch Michael fight a horse-sized turkey.
That horse-sized turkey is going to kill me, y'all.
Could you imagine a horse-sized turkey beating Michael like a drum and me over there laughing and I sound like a turkey? That would be torture.
The gobble coming out every time they don't laugh while Michael's getting destroyed by a horse-sized turkey.
Theater of the absurd.
And I'm over here waddling over trying to save him. It'd be just perfect.
Oh man.
Yeah, give me those 20 duck-sized turkeys. A horse. Could you imagine how terrifying a horse-sized turkey would be?
No,
coming at you.
Yeah.
Like,
hey, real story. It doesn't matter how we got here, but there was a turkey on my wife's car the other day, and that thing was huge. Poor little Opie in the car, he is having a fit. And that thing, when I tell you, that thing was huge. A horse-sized turkey would be absolutely terrifying. Absolutely.
Okay, so you're not saying the turkey was a horse-sized turkey?
No, it wasn't, but it was. He was the main gobbler of the pack. He was absolutely.
Love it.
All right, hang on. I need a breath before whatever's about to come out of your mouth. Just give me a second to compose myself. No, I'm just kidding. These questions are unbelievable. I don't know where this came from.
Would you rather eat a turkey flavored popsicle or a pumpkin pie flavored pizza? What are you going with?
Oh my God! Give me the pizza. Pumpkin pie pizza.
I feel like I can pretend that the pumpkin pie pizza is pumpkin pie. So
100%.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can eat pumpkin pie right now.
Yeah, I'm going to go with pumpkin pie flavored pizza as well because I've already told y'all my thoughts on turkey. So I don't want
turkey
flavor.
popsicle, that would be like my head would explode.
You know what I feel?
Like,
I feel like there's some like well living person out there that has made like turkey bone broth popsicles.
Oh,
somewhere.
sure.
You know, I'm sure it's out there. All right. Would you rather eat only appetizers or only desserts for Thanksgiving dinner?
Not a fair question.
So we're talking what appetizers? So we're talking, sausage balls. We're talking the cheese balls and crackers. Like all those good appetizers that you have. Spinach dip that mom makes.
Yeah, that's all I was going to say. Spinach and artichoke dip.
So for Thanksgiving dinner, you have to eat only those or only desserts.
Give me the appetizers.
I'm walking out of there with diabetes. Yes. I want it all. Really, between the Thanksgiving dinner is just a formality because, like, my eye is already on that dessert.
Yeah,
that dessert
tray
between
the desserts and the dots. Daniel was walking out of there with diabetes. I'm gonna go with desserts too. I mean, come on, man, you kidding me? Give me all the sugar on Thanksgiving, and then if I die, I die. It just is what it is. Would you rather have to tell everyone what you're thankful for in song or through an interpretive dance?
I'm going to sing it. Don't nobody need to see me dancing, especially when food is on the horizon.
Okay, just a fair clarification here. Is this before we eat or after we eat?
I assumed before. But yeah,
it's before. It's definitely before. We're telling what we're thankful for before because we're all passing out after we eat.
Oh, yeah, I'll sing it. I really don't know how to describe my love for my lawnmower in interpretive dance. I don't know how to do that.
I'd sing it too. I would also I might pay one of my nieces to do an interpretive dance of what I'm thankful for. That's would you rather. Do y'all have any would you rather scenarios before we move on?
If I did, I wouldn't share it now.
No way I'm sharing it. No
totally fair. All right. Some of us are going to have a lot of free time this week. Some of you I know are working. And so shout out to all the people who are working, all the people in public safety, especially who are working this week, who are taking care of, whether it's police, firemen, paramedics, people at work, nurses, doctors, working in hospitals, all those things. Really, really thankful for y'all and all the work you do. Really thankful for Daniel Smith and the work that he does. I mean, work, but
work.
You working this week, Daniel?
I work. I'm working Thanksgiving Day, my brother.
Yeah. God very, very thankful for people like that. But for those of us who will have some free time this week, what's the best way to spend free time? And this is Thanksgiving, right? So we're talking about Thanksgiving week. It could be any holiday week, really. But Thanksgiving week, this time of year, what's some of the best ways to spend free time?
Well, with my work schedule the way it is, sometimes I don't get too much free time. But when I do, I just really it's whatever the girls want to do. But really, it's just sitting around and binge watching movies, old movies. Like we love doing that. Or that's my go-to. I mean, they're entertaining as anything I could ever find or do. So it's them.
What's an old movie that you'd dial up this week?
Old movie I would dial up. Oh, it would be Tommy Boy. I'd dial up Tommy Boy.
Richard, what'd you do?
Dude, that scene in Tommy Boy, one of the most underrated scenes is where they're flipping through the radio, and they're mad at each other. And they're just and then it lands. It lands on the Carpenters. It lands on the Carpenters. They kind of look at each other, and then it cuts away. It cuts back, and they're both just singing. Don't you remember you told me you loved me? It is such a good movie. Love Tommy Boy.
So good,
man. That's a good.
All right, old movies, Michael.
I had a similar idea. My kids are on the other side of that wall right now, watching episodes of the Andy Griffith Show. So this time of year, we like to go way back, dial up, some real classic shows. And we just watched the episode a few minutes ago, A Feud is a Feud. You remember the feuding families, and Andy lines them up. Oh, we'll do a whole Andy Griffith episode sometime. That's one. But I'll say with football, I mean, there's going to be tons of football. We're going to watch that. We all know. So after that, and then a couple episodes of a classic TV show, like that's enough screen. Like, and with all the food, I need to get moving. So I actually kind of got a very Oregonian suggestion. We're big hikers. We love getting out and hiking. It doesn't have to be long. Just like find a 1 mile loop or something. And we're surrounded by beautiful stuff here. But there's an app called All Trails. Mm-hmm. If you've never heard of it, I've paid for the membership because it's so worth it. But you can look up near your house and just like give me an easy hike that's good for kids, good dog friendly, whatever. And it'll show you pictures and give you kind of a summary of what the hike is. And so we love, probably Friday, we'll get out and spend half the day out in the Columbia River Gorge, just exploring.
Hey Siri, find me a trail where I can walk after I've eaten my weight in turkey and sweet potato casserole.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I think going for a walk is a big thing for me too. One of the things I would say, like if you have some free time and you just want to clear your head and you want to go for a walk, there's a site, and I think it's an app too, but it's called LibriVox, which is like free public domain audiobooks. And so if there's a lot of like short stories, classics, things like that on there that you can just throw in some earbuds and throw on, a free audiobook, go for a walk. That's pretty awesome. I'm with Daniel too. I will say, like, old movies. I love movies in general. I think, it's a good week to just lounge around and watch some movies. One of the things that I've been doing lately is I've been going through American Film Institute's 100 best American films. And not going top to bottom, just bouncing around and picking. But there's a few lists like that, that or the Academy Award winners or whatever. One of the things that you can do is you can go online to a random generator, and you can take that list of those and just throw it into a random generator and just click a button, and it'll pick one randomly, and just you can usually you can usually find those streaming on any of the streaming services that you have. Usually. So that's a good fun way. If you're just trying to like really mix it up, just put a list of movies into a random generator, click the button, let it spit one out, just turn it on with the family. That's a good way to spend some free time.
Can you do that when you're trying to decide on where to eat dinner with your wife?
Let me tell you something.
Like, here's 15 restaurants. Please tell us what to do.
Let me tell you something. You can use random generators. You can use ChatGPT, Claude AI, like you can use all kinds of things to help you make decisions for dinner. Y'all out here in 2024 still fighting about where you want to eat.
Oh, bro, we have a policy
where you want to eat.
We cannot get in the car until we've decided, because we've sat in the car so many times. Like, where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go?
I think the tip might be, I know a family who I used to work with, and their thing was like they just had a night for everything. So like Tuesday was like Mexicans, because it was like Taco Tuesday. So every Tuesday, they may not eat the same Mexican restaurant, but they're eating Mexican on Tuesday. They're eating Chinese on Wednesday. They're, whatever it is. Yeah. That might be the way. That might just be like, you know what? We don't have to decide where, but we're going to decide like the type of food in advance. Set it, forget it, decide where.
I might need that. Hey, what's the best movie that you've seen so far of your AFI list?
Man, so it's funny because you say the best off of the AFI list. The best movie that I've watched recently is actually not on the AFI list, but it's The River Runs Through It, which is a fantastic movie. I actually this is a Tahoe fly fishing hat. River Runs Through It is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful movie, beautiful film. Off of that, I'll say so far, I think I'd say probably The Godfather. The Godfather is probably the best off of that list. And I think it's like, it's high up there. I think it's number 2 or 3, somewhere on that. But The Godfather it's 3 hours long. It's just so epic. The acting is just incredible. The story lines are just incredible. The Godfather.
The music is incredible.
The music is incredible. All top to bottom. And you know, I know a lot of people aren't into like crime and, you know, there's like violence and stuff like that in that movie. But I will tell you, man, like the storytelling, if you take a step back from like a severed horse head being put in a bed with a guy, you know, just for a moment.
Just for a moment.
That's what I watch it for.
But just take a step back from that. No, well, some people
that's what I'm waiting for.
Some people do. But if you don't watch it for that, if you take a step back and you literally just like actually follow the storyline and the characters and the character arcs and all that stuff, it's one of the best. It might be the best, to be honest. Like for me, not saying it's the best, my favorite movie ever made, but saying like, if you just say top to bottom, the score, the acting, the character arcs, the storylines, even the cinematography, like it might be the best top to bottom American movie ever made.
Yeah. Good rec.
Fair.
Yeah.
Totally fair.
Good one. All right. We're going to wrap up here with some Thanksgiving memories. So tell me guys, like we've spent a few Thanksgivings together.
A couple,
just a few, just a couple. What, you know, we don't have to go in order and go down a list, but like when you think about Thanksgiving and you think about those memories and you think about, you know, just kind of going back in time to certain times and places, what are some of the things that come to mind when you think about Thanksgiving?
Well, growing up as a kid, we used to, we would get together with my dad's side of the family for sure. And where we got together was like a church and had this big yard out back, just like a big open space. And of course, we were really young and our uncles and our dads and stuff were younger. And we would get out there and we would play ball, man. We would play some football. And that was the best. I mean, if you didn't leave after Thanksgiving, just sweaty, nasty, just absolutely exhausted. I mean, man, we joked about that. We were actually at my cousin's house this past Saturday, and we joked about that because we're like, man, if we tried to get out there right now, we would have some torn ACLs and some hamstrings, and you know, we wouldn't be able to move tomorrow. But that really is like, I don't know. That's got to be one. No lower than 2 on my top 5 best memories. Just thinking back on my life,
I recall as recently as last Thanksgiving leaving our aunt's house, and we lined it up for a minute. Remember, we did some.
Oh yeah, we did.
And if I recall, you cooked me, absolutely cooked me.
Did you catch? Who threw the ball to you though?
Who was that?
It was Zach, wasn't it? What is that?
Stop it.
It was QB1, baby. QB1.
You know why? You know why it was QB1? Because I'm the oldest and I got my pick, and there's no way I was running with anybody out there.
Sorry, I meant Uncle Rico. It was Uncle Rico.
It was Uncle Rico. I threw that ball over that mountain, which was too far. Daniel didn't catch it because it wasn't a good throw. No, that was good times. Yeah,
man, that was
the football game. The football game is always like a good memory, right? I mean, I think a lot of people, I think, have that memory of flag football or tackle football. I mean, I remember us when we were younger, for sure. Dude, there were no flags. I don't know what people were talking about. There was, 2-hand touch. I'm 2-hand touching you while I'm wrapping you up and taking you to the ground. Yeah. Like we got pretty rough. I remember
one of the many times that I broke my collarbone as a kid was tackle football, and somebody didn't tackle me. They pushed from behind to take me down, and I just right into the collarbone.
Yeah.
Man, that's good times. Wow. Takes me back. That's a vibe. I'd say for me, what has become my favorite memory, this is a hard fought favorite, let me just say, because this was not my favorite for most of my life. And that is our dad, who is, you know, we could talk about him for a long time, but just my hero in so many ways. Dad, every Thanksgiving, even to this day, when we're all standing around, the food is hot, it's on the counter, plates are ready, everybody's hungry. Dad will stop all operations and say, we're going to go around and everybody say something that you're thankful for. And guys, I don't care if there's 50 people in the room and we were supposed to eat at noon and it's 2:45. We are going around the room and you're saying what you're thankful for. But it has become just a great moment every time I'm with you guys, every time I'm back for Thanksgiving and we go around. It's real special. So
yeah, I love it. Well, speaking of real special, what are some things you're grateful for this year? Let's give the people. I'll play the role of dad. We're gonna go around the room and give the people what they want. What are you grateful for? What are you thankful for?
I think, I am grateful right now for it's so cliche, but for my kids, they are in a great place, all three of them. And, we moved out here 10 years ago and Caroline was young and they've kind of grown up and we've moved schools a couple of times because we've kind of moved around Portland. And I feel like as my oldest daughter's hitting her teenage years and my son is in 5th grade and my youngest is going into preschool, like we just have a really tight knit group of friends. They're thriving. And they're really connected with y'all's kids thanks to technology. And so I just feel like it's just a real rich time right now. And I love it. Every day I feel like there's some update from the cousins or something great happened at school or whatever. And I'm just kind of riding the high.
Oh yeah, just to piggyback off of that, but everybody's thankful for, and I don't say this lightly, but everybody's thankful for, their family or their job or their house, which I'm incredibly grateful for.
Yeah, but let's forget about all that.
Yeah, let's just put that aside for just a minute here. I am for sure thankful for my Georgia Bulldogs.
Them dogs.
I'm thankful for my little Opie. That boy gives me so much joy in my heart, man. I just can't even describe it. The way he acts when I come home is just like I can't wait to get home to see my wife and see my family. But like the door opens and he is bolting out there and he's like jumping in my arms. That gives me so much joy. But as I get older, like it really is the simple things in life that you got to be most grateful for. The most basic things that we take for granted. Just if you're healthy, be thankful for that. Even if you have health problems, but not to get on the healthcare kick here, but if you have health problems, but you're regulated and everything's good and you're surviving, like that's good. I mean, not to get too basic here, but
bro, I always tell medical professional's going to medical professional. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. But just one of those things that it does sound so cliche, but I always kind of remind my kids, and I'm like, look, hey, some people didn't wake up today, so even if this day totally sucks, you've got the day. Some people don't have the day.
Yeah.
So, but it really is just the simplest things. That's what I'm grateful for.
Right on.
Yeah, that's a good word. Yeah, I think for me it is similar to Daniel. I mean, grateful for life, grateful to be here. There are a lot of things that happen in our circles and in family circles, where people aren't here. And so grateful to be here. Grateful for my kids as well, Elliot and Finley. They are in very good places. Elliot, I love listening to her play the violin. She's really just leaning into that, and Finley, her crocheting. She had her little pop-up shop at our neighborhood festival, and just seeing them seeing their gifts just start to bud a little bit more and blossom a little bit more. That's always a beautiful thing as a parent, especially, as they get into their teenage years and you just get to see them kind of, start becoming who they are. One of the things that I'm really grateful for was our time together at the lake house this summer, and all those kids together and doing karaoke and riding the boats and, tipping mom over in the lake on the jet ski.
Yeah, we didn't do that. We didn't do that.
I didn't do that.
I did.
didn't do that.
I did throw my mom. I did throw my mom off of a jet ski in Lake Lanier this summer. But I'm grateful. We made a memory. Just grateful for those memories.
I made
that is a memory.
Just we all made, I did that for y'all. I did that to make the memory. No, but I'm just thankful for those things. It's like those moments that we all get a chance to be together. And yes, I'm also thankful for the Georgia Bulldogs, and I'm even more thankful,
Yo, dogs,
extremely grateful that Georgia, all they got to do is win, get in the college football playoff, while all of our Alabama family and friends are just sitting there sweating it out in the freaking sauna. Are we going to make the college football playoff because you lost to Oklahoma? And so for me, I'm grateful for once in my life to be on this side of it and have Alabama on the other side of it.
Listen, if you didn't see that coming, you don't know John. I saw that twist coming a mile away.
How about them dogs, baby? Alabama, T's and P's. Thoughts and prayers.
Can I throw two?
My favorite part is if they don't make it in, it's the whole, well, we didn't deserve to make it. We didn't deserve it. It's like they, you can't, they just try to act so anyway. We're
going hard in the paint against Bama today. Can I throw in two bonus ones? One is I am sincerely thankful for that 30-gallon turkey fryer and that huge jug of peanut butter I've got sitting in my kitchen right now. I'm doing it, guys. I am going to do the deep fried peanut butter turkey. I can't wait.
Hallelujah.
Oh.
And I hope
there is hope for you Oregonians. There is hope. There is hope shining in the Happy Valley.
So if this is our last episode because of an unfortunate accident, it's been great.
Make sure it's thawed. You did say thawed, right? You did say thawed.
Thawed and dry.
I know that.
Do not put a frozen turkey or a wet turkey into hot oil, please.
Slowly lower it in.
Yes.
I know that too.
Yes. Alton Brown has a little, you can make it with he has a little pulley system. You can use a ladder. He shows you how to do it. Nice. Just be careful with your turkeys out there, people. Please. Yeah. Please. Yeah. And if you're not going to be careful with your turkey, please have somebody standing there videoing, because we all need more turkey disasters on the internet to watch.
Just be mindful. My man's working on Thanksgiving, y'all. Please be careful with those turkeys. Don't give him more work than he needs.
This man needs something to do on Thanksgiving. Get that man out there.
Okay,
it'll be somebody.
I said two bonus things. One's that deep fried turkey I'm going to have on Thursday. But number two, sincerely thankful for you guys in this podcast. This has been so much fun the past, I don't know, where we're 4 weeks in. But I mean, my kids love it. They ask me every week, when are you recording the podcast? What are you guys going to talk about? My son, who just got introduced really to Andy Griffith, has watched a half a dozen episodes. He's already like, y'all need to do an episode about this, because I can quote every episode, guys, this has been a lot of fun. I appreciate you.
Yeah, that would have to be a series.
Yeah.
You couldn't do that in an episode. That would have to be a series.
We're going to make it happen. We'll do an Andy Griffith episode. We got all kinds of things coming up. So next week we'll be back. Next week we finally, because some people on this podcast have ridiculous rules around the holidays that they like to follow. So we finally get to talk about Christmas next week. So we'll start easing our way into Christmas. We will see y'all next week. Like, subscribe, leave a comment if you like the show. If you don't like the show, please don't leave a comment. Just, if you don't like the show, text Michael. He handles all the complaints.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
If you like the show, text me and Daniel, because we need all the affirmation. We really appreciate it. Are you guys traveling for Thanksgiving? Anybody's house? Getting around? How are you getting around for Thanksgiving?
In a car.
In an ambulance. I have to work.
Y'all aren't taking the gravy train?
Oh my God.
Why do Pilgrim's pants always fall down?
Why?
Because they're buckles on their hats.
These are not funny.
Hey, what did the sweet potatoes say to the mashed potatoes?
What?
I am what I am.
Oh my gosh.
That's the word.
Why did the cranberry sauce blush? Because it saw the turkey dressing.
My God. I'm not responding to the next one. When he says, why did the whatever, I'm not saying a word, Daniel.
Oh,
you can
man.
decide if you want to keep this thing going or not.
All
right.
I'm not even saying anything. He just keeps going.
I'm going to keep going.
Man, don't stop.
Hey, what's the pilgrim's favorite dance? Turkey trot. What's a turkey's favorite dessert? Peach gobbler.
These are the actual worst.